week before the stricture, I got 2 speeding tickets, and I was getting lost a lot because I was so weak and so tired, and the glare keeps getting on my glass, so I don't know how to fix it exactly. And so I got 2 speeding tickets. I was getting lost. I was having to use my TomTom like 2 blocks from my house to, figure out where I was going, and I was confused and weak, and I've only thrown up twice this week. Once I was eating, let's see, whose thing was that? MJ Teller. She had this mini meatloaf recipe, and so you make these little meatloaves in muffin tin. She's, on YouTube. And I ate a whole muffin because I just hadn't had solid food in so long the day after my stricture. But yeah, I can't eat a whole muffin meatloaf, So, and then I threw up yesterday because I had 2 little balls of cookie dough, which, that's my own fault. I shouldn't have had that. But I went to my support group last night, and there's people who were like, 1 week further out than me, and people who are 2 weeks that, are eating more. Somebody was telling me they're eating whole pieces of pizza and whole bear claws, and they don't have any negative reactions from that. From that, I do. I do. If I eat something sweet, or if I, eat too much, if I eat too fast, if I eat, the wrong thing or whatever, I throw up. So, I'm kind of grateful for it though, because, that's why I got gastric bypass, because I couldn't do it on my own. So, it is what it is. And, I think I have to go get another sleep test because my CPAP machine is like broken or something, and they want to reevaluate and see how I'm doing, and, all this. Because I got my sleep test in Alabama, and I'm in Colorado now, and because of the altitude, and it's really dry, kind of deserty here, so I think I'll do that. In any case, it'll be a night without children, which is the closest thing to a vacation I can get, honestly. So what else? Oh, I started the gym this week. I'm doing the elliptical 30 minutes a day, or swimming 30 minutes a day. I love to swim, but because I'm in Colorado, it's really dry here, and I think also the surgery has made my skin really dry, And when I swim, sometimes my skin, I don't know, kind of burns. But if I do the elliptical, then I don't know. I just don't think I have the energy, because I think I burned like 300 or 400 calories on the elliptical. And excuse me, and I don't know how many calories I'm getting a day, but I'm pretty well spent after that. And I certainly have more energy than I did before the stricture, or after the ballooning. But I've been tired since I've had surgery, honestly. I don't feel 40 pounds thinner or less tired, So, I don't know. When I went to the group last night, they had the nutritionist there, and she said that eventually our metabolism will slow. If we're taking in, 1,000 calories a year or whatever, that eventually our metabolism will say, hey, when we first start taking in a few calories, it's like, oh my God, I'm starving to death, I must use my fat reserves. And then after a while, it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to learn to function on fewer calories. And that's when we stabilize, like at a year or so. So I didn't really like that too much. But there are a lot of people, there's some people in my group who are a year out who are starting to gain, or, have only lost 80 pounds from the surgery, and, people who aren't really getting to their goal. And one thing that occurred to me last night is that gastric bypass does fix the belly. You can't deny that. And I am full. You are full after the surgery. But any connections you have with food mentally is on you. And So if you are, obsessed with food, if it's a social thing for you, if you're used to having a whole plate and you can't get over it, if you're used to eating with your kids, if you're used to eating with your family, if you, feel calm when you have food, or I have a friend who, after she talks to her family, she goes to food, and, if you have triggers, whatever you got going on mentally with food, if you're used to going to the mall and getting a pretzel, that the surgery doesn't take care of that. But it's a lot easier to battle that when you are full, because I hadn't been full in years. That my doctor said that I already said this. My doctor said that a morbidly obese person's stomach is the size of a milk jug or a football, and so it's the top part of the stomach that feels satisfied when you're full. So think about how much you have to fill a milk jug, right? So I hadn't been full in years, really. So, I've got a good tool in my arsenal, but it is that. It's not a tool. There were some girls at the group last night who were pre-op, and they were like, oh, I can't wait to the surgery, and I'm going to lose all this weight. That's going to be so easy, and I'm going to be wearing a bikini, and, it's going to be great. And I'm like, well, it's not a magic tool. It's not going to just magically happen. You probably will never be in a bikini. You may not reach your goal weight, and it's going to be a lot of work on your part. It's a big decision. It's not some flippant, I don't know, it's not some flippant decision that you come by lightly, and it's not a way to get in a bikini. It's a way to, not die from obesity. It's a way to be mobile and, be a participant in life. So I don't know. I guess everybody would think that pre-op. So I'm wearing an 1820 shirt, and I can wear 22 pants. So I had a 26-28, and I was wearing 26 pants were kind of snug. So that's way better. So things are looking up. I notice people are starting to like me more. Yeah, people who weren't calling me before are calling me now, and I noticed that people are way kinder to me, and it has to be because I'm smaller. I don't think I'm any different of a person. I notice when I go in buildings, people are opening doors for me again, and I notice that people I just run into and acquaintances are giving me their phone numbers, and I'm way more popular now, 40 pounds or 37 pounds thinner. So I'm not sure. I guess society likes me a little thinner than what I was, So, alright, that's it. I'll catch you next week. Bye.